Welcome. It's time to learn about the Darby Creek's order of events that happen in our Innovation and Discovery Center. Please make sure we pay close attention because there will be a quiz at the end of our video. Before you come to the IDC, in your classroom, you will go to Canvas. You'll want to make sure you look at all of the zones to decide which ones you will be doing. That's where you'll sign into the IDC. Sign into the IDC on Canvas in your classroom before you come to the IDC. Now that you've signed into the IDC, you'll walk to the Innovation Discovery Center with your books and iPad in hand. Notice how our students are hugging all of these things. Then you'll return your books outside of the center. Return your books before you come into the center. Once you come into the center, you'll make sure you start your timer. If you started it in your classroom, that's fine, but your timer needs to be started. Now it's time to take care of any book business. For example, if you want to check out a book or two, you need to browse for books right now. Notice how our students here are pulling the book out next to the one they want to look at. This holds a spot on the shelf for them, so that way they can look at their book and decide if it's one that they want to read. As they look through it, if they decide they do not want to read that book, they can replace it right back on the shelf where that other book is out. Then, after that book is replaced, they push both back in. As you look for a just right book to read, make sure you're taking into many things into consideration. For example, does this book interest you? Can you open this book and read the first page with it making sense? How about how many words did you miss on the first page? If it's less than 5, then that seems like a just right book. Remember, you can have 2 books checked out at one time. Please make sure you pay attention to this Think Big wall. It's meant for you to flip through all of these books because they're great for our 3rd grade friends. Once you've found your just right book and you're ready to check out, have Mrs. Robinson or Miss Weedock scan the back of your iPad first, and then we'll scan your books to check them out to you. If you walk away from the bookshelf and you decide you don't want a book, please place it on the cart right next to Mrs. Robinson's desk. After you've checked out your books, then it's time to go to your zone. Decide which zone you're going to. Go to that zone and find the iPad and book resting zone. Then that's where you put your books and iPad. After you've placed your books and iPad in a safe place, it's time to get ready and get started on an activity in that zone. If you don't know what to do, check Canvas. There are iPad resting zones in every single zone, so make sure you find the one in your zone and put your iPad and book there. When you want to work in the robotics zone, it's important that you check Canvas to watch the videos. Each week when we change our robots out, there will be a new video teaching you how to use that robot. If you're going to use the dash and dots, you want to make sure that you have that app downloaded. When you're ready for an Ozobot, you can go and trade your iPad in to Mrs. Robinson to get an Ozobot after watching the video. Notice how these friends in the coding arena are sitting down using the robots. When you're done in the coding and robotics zone, make sure you turn off your robots and you clean up your mess. All of the robots need to be returned to wherever you got them from. If you choose the quiet zone for your zone of the day, please make sure that you are choosing a quiet, independent activity, either reading or something off of the bookshelves. In the collaboration zone, you'll all need to agree on a game that you're going to play, find it and get it off the shelf, and then go and have a seat at the tables. Whenever your timer goes off, it's important that you stop where you are and clean up everything that you got out. This means putting things back in the bins, checking the floor around you, and making sure you have everything that you need to put it away. That also means closing lids and pushing in chairs.